Question 1. How does your product use and challenge conventions, and how does it represent social groups and issues? My product, Strum, is a music magazine in the punk/rock genre, which mainly conforms to the primary conventions of said genre. A typical convention of the genre is the kind of content that it contains, which usually contains album or live concert reviews, interviews, posters, and any other information regarding albums or artists. Front cover conventions, such as puffs, are commonly used to advertise competitions or special offers, which effectively draws in the audience to the content, therefore making it more appealing to the younger spectrum of the target audience. Within my own front cover, I included a puff to appeal to a younger spectrum of target audience through the popular band in the genre, Bring Me the Horizon. The contents pages of other rock magazines, such as Kerrang and Rock Sound, are often split into columns. For example, Kerrang splits their page into sections to allow for news, reviews, and competitions, effectively making navigation through the page easier for the reader, as it allows them to find the kind of content they wish to read. I incorporated this convention and style into my own contents page, splitting my content onto one side of the page to allow for easier navigation. The conventions of a double-page spread typically include an interview with a popular celebrity icon within the punk/rock music scene, which successfully draws in an audience through the use of star appeal, Richard Dyer's star theory. For my own double-page spread, I included an article on the star who was also featured on the front cover of my magazine, effectively creating a sense of synergy throughout my magazine while also conforming to the typical conventions of the genre. Magazines often adhere to a certain colour scheme, which is effective in creating a house style. Rock magazines often use black and white within their colour scheme, while also including a more bold and primary colour. Black has connotations of rock and roll, alternative lifestyles, and rebellion. Meanwhile, white has connotations of bright, shocking stage lighting. Both effectively draw in an audience, while significantly representing both the genre as well as the audience, whose social grouping would be teenagers and young adults, aged 15 to 25, of mixed gender, suggested by theorist Garen Burton. Rock Sound often uses red for an additional colour, while alternatively, Kerrang typically uses yellow. This is a typical convention that I was made aware of through my research to include within my own product. I chose to include my main colour scheme as black, white, and yellow, with hints of red throughout. These colours are both effective in grabbing the attention of the audience while still conforming to the typical conventions of the genre, which would appeal to audiences and allow them to decipher what the genre of the magazine is easily. The main image on a rock magazine is usually a mid-shot of the feature artist, using bright, high-key lighting. The artist usually looks very serious or intimidating, effectively wearing costumes of ripped and dark-coloured clothing, with dark makeup to fit with the rock genre and the image of a stereotypical rock star. For my own model, I chose to have her dressed in dark ripped jeans with a bright yellow ripped top, which fit with both the colour scheme as well as the genre. Her makeup was done in a typically feminine way, with cat eye and bright yellow lips, in order to appeal to a male audience. Laura Mulderry's theory of the male gaze. The artist's body typically covers the masthead, in order to give the impression that the artist is more important than the magazine company itself, effectively demonstrating their star appeal to the audience. My own magazine demonstrates this, as my model's head covers the middle section of my masthead, in order to reinforce to the audience the importance and power she possesses. Multiple images are also displayed on the front cover, showing the audience other aspects of the magazine, in order to encourage them to purchase and read it. This is another element I included within my own front cover, as I included secondary images in order to appeal to the target audience and demonstrate what else was in my magazine. However, rock magazines typically include men as their cover models, as this genre of magazine typically appeals more to the male gender. I subverted this element of the genre, as I chose to include a female cover model in order to attract a secondary audience of women, while also giving female rock stars a more powerful connotation and representation.